First, you want to go to Whonix.org. Then, navigate to the Download section. For this tutorial, we will be installing Whonix onto VirtualBox, so we will click on the VirtualBox download. Download Whonix XFCE. And if you don't already have VirtualBox installed on your machine, you can install it now as well. Once the files are done downloading, you can open up VirtualBox. Inside of VirtualBox, click on File, then click on Import Appliance. Navigate to the location of the Whonix virtual image file you downloaded and click on Open. Click Next. Here you can change the appliance settings, but you can skip this for now as we will configure these settings later. Click Finish and agree to the Whonix licensing agreements. You can read through them if you'd like. Now, the Whonix virtual image should start importing into VirtualBox. Once the import is complete, you should see two virtual machines, Whonix Gateway and Whonix Workstation. Click on the Gateway machine and click Start. Every time you use Whonix, you should start the Gateway machine before the Workstation machine. This is because the Gateway machine routes all network traffic through Tor. Once the Gateway loads, you will see an interface. Click Enter on the Whonix GNU/Linux option. This is the option within Whonix that will make saves to your machine, even after a reboot. Once the boot completes, it will open the Whonix Setup Wizard. Click Agree and click Next. Then a menu will pop up where you can configure your Tor settings. We will check the Connect box and click Next. Here you can configure proxies and bridges for Tor. We will leave it default and click Next. Now Whonix will establish a connection to the Tor network. Once you click Finish, a system check will run. Once the system check completes, open up the terminal. Inside the terminal, type upgrade-non-root. This will upgrade the system packages for Whonix. At this time, you should also start up the Workstation machine as well. When you start the Workstation, you will see the same boot menu from before. Make sure to choose the Whonix GNU/Linux option. We will perform the same upgrade steps on the Workstation, and this ensures that the upgrade will be saved even after reboot. When the Workstation boots, we will perform the same steps and use the terminal to upgrade the system packages. At this point, both machines should be running and performing an upgrade. Inside the terminals, it will ask if you want to continue. Enter Y to continue the upgrade. The time to complete the upgrade may vary based on your connection and your system. It took 20 minutes from me. Keep in mind that this is being routed through the Tor network, so it is not very fast. Once both upgrades have been completed, go on the Workstation machine and navigate to the Tor browser application. In the Tor browser, go to the settings and you will see that an update is being downloaded. Once the update completes, it will prompt you to restart the Tor browser. After it completes, you can run another system check on both the gateway and the workstation to make sure everything is working properly. This step is optional. Next, we will need to restart both machines. In this case, I will just power them off. Now is a chance for us to configure the VirtualBox settings for our machines and allocate the appropriate hardware resources. Inside VirtualBox, click the Gateway machine and click Settings. Click System. Here you can set the amount of RAM you'd like to allocate to the Gateway machine. 2000 megabytes is more than enough for the gateway. Click on the Processor tab and set the amount of cores to allocate. Next, we will do the same for the workstation. The workstation is where you will be handling the majority of your tasks, so you should give it more resources. My system has 16 gigabytes of RAM, so I will allow the workstation to access up to 8 gigabytes. Click on the Processor tab and set the amount of cores. I will set 3. Now we can start the machines again. This time, before you start the gateway, hold the Shift key as you click Start. This will run the machine, but keep the window closed, as we won't be interacting with it at this time. Allow the gateway some time to boot, and then run the workstation normally. Do not hold Shift when you start it, so that you will see the GUI display. When the boot menu appears for the workstation, this time we will scroll down with the arrow keys and choose the Live Mode option. In Live Mode, nothing is saved. Whonix will forget everything you've done once you reboot the machine. This is the mode you will use for daily activities while using Whonix. Once the workstation finishes booting in live mode, you can navigate to the Tor browser and open it. In the Tor browser, click the menu button and click Help. Then click About. As you can see, the Tor browser is up to date. If you would have run the Workstation machine in live mode for the first boot, none of the system packages or Tor updates would have been saved, and you would need to update them every time you boot Whonix. Now we can check our IP address to ensure that Tor is working properly. I will use whore.net to do this, but you can use the site of your choosing. Now that we have verified that our traffic is being routed through the Tor network, we can safely and anonymously browse with Tor. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.